Hello, and welcome to an all-new edition of Outside of HF. I'm your host, Sam Ogali. For an estimated 2 years and 6 days, the controlled Democratic legislator and Republican Governor Bruce Rauner failed to pass a full-term budget for Illinois. As a result, Illinois was on the verge of junk credit, $15 billion in unpaid bills, and a total of $251 billion in unfunded pensions. With the governor's election this November, Governor Rauner faces a tough challenge, with recent polling showing his approval rating at 24%. But with the Illinois gubernatorial primary only weeks away, I sat down with Illinois State Senator and Democratic gubernatorial candidate Daniel Biss. In this exclusive interview with VTV, Senator Biss discussed various issues from student loan debt to recreational marijuana. Now, here's our exclusive interview with Daniel Biss. Thank you, Mr. Biss.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. I'm just gonna jump right to it. The first basic question, why do you wanna be governor of Illinois?
I think this is a completely unique moment for our state. We're suffering, of course. Bruce Rauner has failed as governor. The state went 2 years and 6 days with no budget, harming social services, harming universities and community colleges, harming the state's fiscal position. But the truth is, we've had problems in the state for decades before that, an unfair, regressive tax system, a school funding system that did not work. And what I believe is that this is a unique moment to build a new kind of politics to transform our state. There has been way too much concentration of wealth at the top. There have been a few people who have far too much power, and I think this is a time that, because people are so hungry, we can build a different kind of movement and take power back and create a state that actually works for ordinary families.
So let's talk about student loan debt. I'm a senior in high school, so is my partner, and we're going to college. So according to the Chicago Tribune, nationally, the United States has over $1.3 trillion. Quote, Illinois students are among the largest borrowers in the nation, ranking 16th among states in terms of debt burdens. Why is the price of college leaving students with almost $30,000 worth of debt?
It's unconscionable. It's that way because we've allowed it to be that way. I support tuition-free Illinois. I support getting rid of tuition at public universities and community colleges for all Illinois residents. That's the right way forward, but the state has to make needed investments for that to be possible, and the state has stepped back instead of leaning in.
And as governor, what initiative or plan would you propose to help students combat these financial issues?
Well, part of it is getting rid of tuition, but part of it on the way is dealing with the loans. I actually passed a law. Governor Rauner vetoed it, but we overrode his veto, is the good news, to give Illinois the strongest student loan bill of rights of any state in the country. That's important for students who are dealing with these out-of-state loan servicing companies that can be really predatory in their behavior. I think we need to explore what we can do to use the financial power of the state to help people who are currently burdened by unreasonably large student loan debts. There are ideas that might work there, but ultimately we've got to do away with tuition if we want to solve this problem.
So now let's shift gears to recreational marijuana. So in the beginning of 2018, as you know, California passed legal marijuana. While medical marijuana is legal in Illinois, recreational is not. And according to the American Civil Liberties Union, marijuana arrests now account for over half of all drug arrests in the United States. Of 8.2 million marijuana arrests between 2001 and 2010, 88% were for simply having marijuana. They also acknowledged that black and white people use marijuana at equal rates, but black people were 3.73 times more likely to be arrested than whites. Do you believe recreational marijuana should be legal in Illinois?
Absolutely. I'm a co-sponsor of Senate Bill 316, which would legalize the recreational use of cannabis.
And why do you think there's been so much racial imbalance in arrests over the past years?
Oh, I think there's racial imbalance endemic to our policing. I think there is a completely different set of attitudes in affluent white communities as compared to communities of color. And I think that we should stop pretending that the problem can just solve itself. And that's part of why I support legalization of recreational use of cannabis, that instead of saying, oh, hopefully that disparity will go away, let's get rid of the source and actually legalize possession and use.
Well, thank you, Senator Biss, for this interview. And
thank you.
Best of luck. Best of luck to primary day.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you. Thank you. If you'd like to see my full interview with Senator Biss, where we further discuss topics from criminal justice to why he decided to run for governor, you can go on www.vikingtelevision.com or on our YouTube channel, Viking Television. And if you'd like to learn more about Daniel Biss and his campaign, you can go to his website, www.danielbiss.com. Remember, the Illinois gubernatorial primary is on Tuesday, March 20th, so make sure to make your voice heard and come out to vote. VTV would like to thank Senator Biss and his campaign. And for everyone here at HF and outside of HF, make it a great day to be a Viking.